out. Like they look like an EMEA America's team when you kind of look at how they play. It doesn't feel like crazy. It doesn't feel crazy. I can stop there. G-Land defense, Sentinels on attack. They play like good Valorant basically. I'm pretty sure I saw a raid boss. Okay, Zekken raid boss. G-Lai wanted to punish over towards middle. They don't see anything over towards middle. We got retake setup over towards B. Ooh, I like the proactive pistol though. It's nicely done from John to get double.
Quick work of Midi as well. He looks to try and swing off contacts with Coconut. Now it's Fever and Happyway. Neither particularly proximate to the site as Happyway steps up first, going on a bit of a solo endeavor. Was able to sidestep that relay bolt and aware that Zekken is still on the corner, and eventually there's going to be a multi-swing coming his way. He has to know it. Viva still not here. Happyway's fighting for himself right now.
Viva slowly creeping through the link. No, going to double up. XLG opting to play together here.
Is this up for XLG? He was playing for Trace. He was like Trace's stand-in, right? I think he was the 6th man, maybe.
At some point they've got to give us a tap. Here's Zelda's on the swing.
Nice shot.
The spacing. Zekken finally arrives. Happyway got it to half the slide on his
Oh, Happyway. Where was the shots there?
Picking up where he left off.
Nicely done from Zekken.
That was a 20 for 8 that he dropped on Billy. The first time that SEN played
Sticking the spike there. Yeah, I think they thought he was wrapping elbow though.
Lethal in that game. White hot right now.
This is how it plays out. A lot of individual moments in this pistol round.
Really comes down to John here. I mean,
XLG, yeah, they have Sideshow supporting them, so they actually have no chance at all.
They just can't connect the shots.
That's the main thing we didn't factor into this.
Being individually in really good form, got a lot of multi-kills in that aforementioned Billy game. Turns up already too.
Watch out for Shilai Gaming on these eco rounds, folks. Astonishingly effective when it comes to the thrifties. BLG felt it firsthand, getting thriftied 5 times over their last series against XLG.
Tagged.
There is no free round against this team. Rargo, when he picks up that Sheriff, is so dangerous. But what I like from XLG on these rounds is that they play it basically like they still have a full buy. Really strong fundamentals in these rounds, really great trades.
Dude, 1 HP on that.
On this late lurk in mid though, wants to find a timing with that stinger after the spike spin planted.
And he's heard the obvious rotate through Boba.
There.
SEN, no, Shilai Gaming are coming. What degree do I want to challenge forward to the Outlaw? It's a tough ask. Zekken's able to cut them down and then happy to walk away. It's on Midi and Coconut. Sheriff for the latter. And Midi says, you know what? Yeah, I think we're probably pretty cooked here. John, though, would love an early Rolling Thunder. He's about to get more than he bargained for potentially on this swing out. Yes.
Nice, though. He'll take it.
We're dropping that stinger away.
Very early ult 2 away.
Zelsa should be quick enough here to take the kill. Midi will be unaware, not on the line. Okay. That's XLG all turned into all dwarves.
Zekken with a couple nice little shots there with that Outlaw backside, denying the re-entry. Rogger wanted to create some space, but was picked off before he could even really get through that choke point at Boba. John gets very close to this Rolling Thunder. It's looking good for SEN right now. And John is actually
I was going to say, John, you crazy guy. One person that can get 1 shot. Just lock in a little bit more, yeah. I'm still like, I'm still trying to come to terms with G-Lai picking Sentinel's best map.
So they might look to show presence early in mid. That's the standard top mid smoke thrown.
I'm interested to see how effective Midi is going to be in this Breach debut for him. Hasn't played it at all with Trace's team this year.
They're going to play off the fault line here. Sentinel's starting to make their way on towards this B site. C's thrown in. Happyway is going to be forced to remain in this position.
The good Omen flash.
From that Boba direction. That's XLG trying to set something up with their anchors.
Dude, double flash to take back a sight. Ooh, Happyway did pretty incredible to get the double there though. Okay, dude, there was a couple of duels here that was close though.
Look at that from XLG, the way that they all
yeah, it's definitely a nice run from that. It was fast flood from them. It's good hold of back of sight as well. So, might be something the Sentinels need to focus on, like trying to take back a sight earlier. The whole Cypher setup looks like it's made to just make sure they can hold back a sight. Why did YOU leave? He didn't leave, he got kicked. Well, he actually got banned by Riot, right? I think it's what actually happened.
Really beautiful stuff.
And in that sense, This team is nothing like Billy and Wolves.
Exactly. It's so juxtaposed to how wildly aggro those teams are. Not that they don't up the pace at times, but when you think about a guy like YZ who is just going to extend constantly, XLG are really the opposite.
XLG don't
He
want
didn't
to try
get banned,
and
he
play
left.
balls here.
Suspended.
2 players in alley.
Team suspension.
Easy
Okay.
position to smoke off.
So yeah,
one-way
the
look, a
team
little bit
suspended him.
Intimidating for them.
For people that don't know, it was like a match-fixing scandal and a cheating thing, but it was in a different game.
They can obviously TP
It was in
across the
CS.
side. They've dealt with this tripwire. Here comes a rolling thunder. This will force the players out of Valley. Now XLG have lost that strong defensive
Okay,
position.
the thing is, Sentinels win this round. They take over towards site, breach ult to get here, but it's like it's basically like, imagine watching Haven right now. Save the Omen Flash, you should be winning. Honestly, if you use your Omen Flash like that, maybe you shouldn't always be winning. I think it's a mess up from Sentinels here.
To make his way up from main. Narrate knows the pressure's coming. Turns the flash, and 3 players from XLG, 4 in fact, set up. And Zekken is
Nice little crossfire. Yeah, I mean, insane round from Zekken. Double mess up from both teams in my opinion, though. The Omen Flash fight here doesn't make too much sense, but then they force out towards here and they don't take backside at all. And they save their smoke for backside. So it's kind of nice from Sentinels to hold back here, but I think they can use the Omen Flash better. Zekken did great though. But then G-Light didn't retake properly because they didn't take at the back. Like they gotta take here. If they can't take here, they're done. It's definitely a change up a way of playing it for Sentinels. It's not a good sign from G-Light though. Okay, shock at the beginning to break the trip, so maybe they can start pushing a little bit later. Camera clears all the B main. 1, 2, 3, Sheriff Sport, and they got a Neon ult, so maybe they can try and retake together.
And they'll always be looking to double or triple up, even in this sort of pistol round. Those XLG fundamentals have been instrumental in turning them from a 5th, 6th place team in kickoff to by far the number 1
No
seed.
op money as well, true.
Only dropping maps and a cheeky series to BLG. Coconut here caught by the fault line.
Where are you?
Now it'll slowly scale into that area given up.
There.
It was after that aforementioned BLG loss that they go on an 8-match win streak. Beating them again. Vivo with the first shot, second, and a little bit of trouble, but John's there to support. Cleans up those 2 anchors in market. Site now vacant. Throwing the plant over to Narrate. That's going to get him the Nightfall.
That's the kind of training Sentinels had to have into the site like this. No free rounds, no clean rounds against XLG. Zekken will be waiting on this now. Coconut sets up a course with a smoke over towards B main. That does leave Zekken as the sole player in the site. It's a little bit of a shoulder pick there.
Yeah, I needed to like heavy commit once you saw him. Man, Zekken looks kind of incredible right now. Wait, how's he alive? Just chill, save his kill. Save your kill record.
Of course that overdrive develops.
No, what a shot that is.
The headshot.
That's outrageous.
It didn't have to be, really, did it?
No, that's some ridiculous overkill. Midi just going to fall to the spike here.
Dude, what is Zekken doing at the moment though? 11 to 2.
Only dropping a couple weapons. Economy bolstered at this point, and they get Narrate that plant earlier, so he's got the Nightfall for the next buy round.
SEN realize they really have to wager a bit to get into market. They're going to be forced to fight for it fairly doggedly, but the fact that Zekken's been able to get out to 11 and 2 after 5 rounds, that is exactly what you need from Sentinels. He was really disappointed, Zekken, in his
early timeout.
He just felt like, he was even asked, like, would Tens be proud of you? And he's like, I don't think so.
Let's see what they want to do with the buy round.
But he feels really, really good about the rest of that series and can't blame him. Fantastic Neon play so far on this Sunset map.
Timeout called by Coach Havoya, who's really been able to, in tandem with Viva IGL, install such a great system that has created a very consistent XLG team in their region.
Sentinels? No, Sentinels have a really good Sunset, man.
They've gotten a few ultimates to their
like, I can't express just how mad it was to pick this map.
This team really benefited from Fracture being in the map pool. They really made it their own throughout their run in Stage 1 of China. So, Coach Havoya's had to pivot them into adopting the Sunset play. Glad to see them pick it here. First cab off the ranks, so to speak. we're still looking to see how many.
Why did GLI pick the center stuff really matter to know, man? We had Liquid, they picked... PaperX had like 3 really good maps. They picked one of them. We had G2, they picked one of PaperX's best maps. And we got GLI, they picked one of Sentinel's, they picked Sentinel's best map.
Their entire region.
Like these 3 games are crazy in terms of the map veto. Like everyone's focusing on themselves. I feel like at one point you probably gotta look at how they play the map and go, hold up. Contact into stun. Yeah. What are Fnatic's odds? But if Fnatic play like if Fnatic play new comps, then Fnatic have really good odds. If Fnatic come out doing stuff like this that's standard, I think they're gonna lose.
They walk into an A side bereft of defenders.
Swings were not perfect from XLG. Trying to jiggle out just a bit. Picked off by Zekken and Narrator, covering both of those angles. At the moment,
you think if PaperX wins this tourney, the mini stocks go up? Yeah, dude, they're already at a pretty high level. He might be able to get a crazy contract. The problem with the mini thing is he can just do consulting, and he probably won't want a head coach. So
still, these old legends of the past are being brought up compared to the current roster. And I do think, I mentioned the unredeemed at the start of this game. I
might be able to stop podcasting me even, yeah, maybe.
If they're back on board after the disaster in Bangkok.
This is the problem. Mini's going to realize that his stocks go up, so he's going to do less work for Coach Potatoes. I'm going to have to do more. This is like the one bad thing about the train. His ego is going to get bigger and bigger.
Closer to that as this tournament goes on. I feel like we're going to be talking about him all game now that he's up to, well, a nice little 13 and 2.
Come on, GLI, show me something different.
Rifles have carried over, picking up a couple of light weapons for this half buy. Still so many ultimates to play with. And I'm surprised even that Rarga hasn't thrown that rifle to someone else and just to use the overdrive late.
I must wait a moment.
Mini has an ego? Yeah. The problem is he's proving that it's warranted. That's what I hate about it.
So far, Sentinels have respected them, focused on their own protocols.
He's backing it up, man. That's annoying.
Multi-push into market, for example. It's quite clear they are extending every necessary ounce of respect to their opponents, the #1 seed from China.
Women flash retake over towards B, thinking there would be people closer. They've talked about being a little bit more proactive, but we just have Zelsis close, can just give them full info. Aid ult, it's no one, so they know the whole of site's clear. Gotta wait for the smoke here before Zekken can go. Smoke goes in, and because they know they're off site, he's gonna walk, and they know there's trips here. Oh, Happy Way, that's really bold though, man. He's done good. Okay, this is still very doable for Sentinels. Keep an eye on the luck. Do they expect him to be this close? I see a ping over towards here like they're considering that he might be here. It's weird as well because John doesn't know that like this whole route is clear.
Your 30 seconds left. Jordan, come on.
With Coconut, they're kind of on it. Again, they pinged here pretty early.
And he's got a sense that Zelsis could be somewhere close by. Perhaps not that close.
Big Jewel, they catch him at middle here. Keep an eye on the time. Yeah. Okay, that's it. He's got to go for kills. And the Neon's just going to run it to spawn.
There's no chance for Sen in this round.
He's just on the run with the movement. Catching off the spike in mid. John was operating slowly.
Yeah, it's still got a little bit close on this one. It's a nice round for GLI. The problem is that they win with one person surviving, so if they lose this next one, it's going to have to go down to an eco. So they need to use every single ult they got this round.
There's no way that Zelsis can get this plant down in time.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
When I was watching China, it was why are you impactful? Crazy impactful. In my opinion, he was the main reason that Rarga got so many kills.
He hung around in the dark cover and then found a bizarre.
I think he had one of the better breaches in the Teo breach meta.
Milliseconds before getting.
That's why I didn't put Rarga that high, because I think they lose a lot when he's when they lost YRU.
Wild TP forward from Coconut.
Okay, big from XLG though. They want to fight over towards mid with 4. Again, they kind of put themselves in a position to not use that ult, but I guess this is a breach setup. Breach ult setup.
One by one, they crumble. Middy's able to get 2 on the round, but Happyway's going to fight for his damn life. And I'm sorry, are we not interested in the extremities of the map anymore?
Are we not interested in using ults?
SEN are just winning so many of these crucial duels. Everyone from XLG swinging out, but it's awkward when they're all
Yeah, 4 ults in your call to fight middle, committed, heavy with ults.
Did not have the angle for a close peek, and so this is just so free for Bang.
Build-A-Bear Workshop, thank you so much for the 13 months. Appreciate the tier 1.
He's ahead of the paranoia that Coconut throws out. They don't expect him to be so far forward. And he's there like a second or so early.
And now what? They can use the ults on the eco?
Consistently kept the economy broken for XLG. Zekken feigning some presence
Okay,
towards A
and they
main.
block the info here, so they know that they've created pressure over towards here, so it should keep 2 over towards A. Yeah, and while they're trying to re-clear over towards this, they insta-go group up over towards B. Yeah, and you see the camera here, so you know that Cypher started here, so they got to be careful for trips. But most likely they know that it's a retake. Fail Nexus with the Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that.
But it does not seem likely at all.
I mean, look at John. He's also got this rolling thunder to punish a potential flood back in from these sheriffs. SEN clearly realized the time for subtlety is well and truly over. Our drone Zekken wants to get ahead, but this is a little bit dangerous.
Now they use the ult on the eco.
Trying to get to a safer spot. Zekken taken down over towards Marker was where the thunder went.
Big smoke.
And XLG now with these sheriffs, recovered rifle. Raka's still working with it. Narrow with a shorty. Flat.
Yeah, another ult into the eco.
Make it 4.
It's really nice from Bang, but Gilai are messing up. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
And Bang is waiting for his just desserts. Not quite the ace though. These recovered rifle goes to work. Center made it a 5-round
3
game.
ults on the
SEN have
eco.
done an excellent job at stopping XLG in the choke points where they're trying to get back into the site. That Hunter's Fury just did not net any value. Bang steadfast.
Guys, nice shots though.
Torn away.
As soon as you got that smoke out, it was easy for him.
Really well done. XLG have had no opportunity to get back in on these retake attempts.
An opportunity here though, Wyatt. They got Raga over at the A side early. So might look to take some...
Okay, another round where if they lose, they go down to eco.
Intentions to just play off of that standard one-way cover being thrown.
I'm still just trying to... I'm trying to envision like the veto process. You go walk over, you meet the coach, and you're like, right, Sentinels are like, right, first pick, we're going to pick Sunset. And then they pick Sunset first, and you're just like, what? We get a free pick? Sure, we'll pick Lotus. We just picked our best map. Wait, why do the Chinese teams keep doing that? That's what Trace did against T1.
That drone got so deep. Look at Raga. Oh, look at Middy.
They picked Lotus, right?
You'd have to assume that Raga is close by. They know they haven't wrapped because that trap wire is still intact. This timing is important.
I mean, they're very proactive over towards middle.
Bang went for info himself with that Omen ultimate now. Sentinels have to make a decision. Back to B seems to be the call.
Like this from XLG, they get that pick and they immediately get out of dodge, ready to claim.
Which team is the best Sunset? Don't know, man. Paper X or Sentinels? I think Sentinels play like probably the best macro that I've seen of it.
Coming from the top of the map, here's the timing. You can get into mid. But Zekken has already gone to work on the defenders.
Ooh, wait.
Raga turning up.
Ooh, nice shots though. Hey, nice round from Raga. Very nice. It's like one of the times where their mid aggro pays off a little bit.
What a round. Love.
Genji, I need to see the Genji comp twice. Yeah, Genji had the, we got so much thought process, it's always going to win the one. I don't think it will be that impactful second time round. But I also, that's what I wanted to see a lot this event, to be fair. Damn, that's how we got that kill.
Raga coming to life. Happyway still able to maintain control of backside throughout.
Also, you're comparing Genji to like Sentinels and Paper X, and they got like the best. It's a lovely stun. They got like the best win rate on this map in their regions. I'm pretty sure. At least Paper X does for sure. Like when this map was out. And both those teams still have the core.
was broken. Coconut wants to get the info here. He's going to be stunned up, but Zekken can't go in too fast. Try beats that.
Dude, Zekken is an absolute monster right now. 18 to 5.
Already forcing back. That doesn't really feel like XLG.
Viva wants to get here, only has the Sheriff, and now SEN opt to just take their time. Still a minute on the clock, no reason to force things. Again, dark cover just used to obscure the view from top mid halfway, but it needs to go off.
What a great shot.
Tight angle connects the headshot. And now doubled up
Yeah, but keep an eye over towards A. The timing on this is absolutely incredible, and Coconut might just have to gamble that. Okay, no, he's considering that someone is going here by going into his position, right? Oh no, he's gambling.
Closed over towards market side. Coconut not spotted on that flank.
Yeah, this is weird. This is gonna be Spike.
There's an easy kill.
Okay, but now they kind of need to wait for Zekken to play. Omen flash so Zekken can go fast on this one. Good stun. And then they can get over towards site. It's still a hard retake. There's some guns to pick up though, right?
Now Stinger Sheriff and proper rifle for XLG, but Zekken is waiting again at box.
They want to swing while the spike is going down. Zekken can't connect, neither can the XLG players. Aftershock going to force him right into the fault line. Zekken in danger.
It's Bang though that's really under pressure.
God, these two look
apparently the fault line is.
Horrible to play against.
And this is more time. Narrate's now been able to join the rest of Sentinels. Sheila Gaming. I've got Viva here trying to shock dart his way on out. Bang! Caught by that one. A whole 46 points of health stripped off of him, and now it's down to Narrate.
Ray gets his fade eye.
The ladder, who's just too sharp.
And tap, wait for fade eye swing.
For the round, and Happy Ways, brilliant as he's been. He's going to have to bring a world-beating performance to deal with this. Crosshair positioning broken.
This is no problem.
5 health for Happy Way. Narrate
Yeah,
needs to
just
get
count
in
in your
here,
head.
and he should be able to finish the job.
Very nicely done. Dude,
Sentinels keep it a 5.
Zekken's unbelievable at the moment. He's unbelievable at the moment. He's doing so much.
Zekken is simply inexorable on this map. 20 for 6. We're still in the first half. What's going on? He is unreal right now. And there was a little tiny
that shot's incredible.
XLG that was Middy's undoing, and the attempt for Viva to throw up the recon so the player on site would have
Why is Team V eating glue and Sideshow buttering? Dude, that's such a loaded question. What's going on over there? Why am I on plat chat with these people?
The starts for Sentinels in their last 2 games, Wyatt. They started slow. When questioned about it, Kaplan said it's been different each time, the reasoning for it. He really felt it was important that the boys were energetic.
That shouldn't be a normal sentence that anyone says.
Showing on stage. It looks like today, whatever they've done differently has worked.
The highest contrast is the Wolves game, where SEN could simply not win any duels. They're winning a couple right now. Zekken is unstoppable. Sentinels taking some control of mid. Dark cover, so they have safety on the cross. Trip is going to get this information.
Yeah, trap play over towards A from G-Light in terms of camera contact. And they push over towards A. We've got the push over towards middle while they go lay over towards market. But they get the site for it. I've got a 20 to 6 player that is making space for the rest of my team doing the selfish thing. Nuts, isn't it? Dude, Happy Ways look good though. Gotta give him that. Every time that he needs to get a kill, he does. What the? Oh boy. Nice, Coconut. Okay, give me some kind of game here. That's not too bad. Hopefully they can run off that a little bit. Get a pistol.
Going completely awry for XLG, but Coconut clutches up to get them 4 on the board. As you mentioned, Sentinels here getting the exact contrast of the beginning against the other 2 teams from China. They are white hot. Zekken is looking like an easy MVP shout for this map.
Good start, yes, but it's about how you close here in Masters Toronto. We're going to second half of Sunset.
Watch Sideshow. Let's go check him out. Wait, let's see. Are they going ads or are we interviewing? Sure, let me see what the hell's going on here. Which one do we want to look at first? Not do we want to look at either of these. Sake. Chat. I'm worried that I'm going to get banned for this. How is he doing this? Fia with the Prime, thank you so much. I'm worried that I'm going to get banned showing his stream, and he's out here doing this. This is absolutely crazy behavior.
Yeah, I need to take a shower after this. The last time when I butted my head, though... How is that a sentence? Last time that I butted my head.
How is that a sentence that anyone says normally?
I'm not. Thank you. I'm not even fully butted up, bro.
How's that a normal sentence that comes out of someone's mouth?
The top half.
What's the other guy doing?
Oh, I don't need to see the fucking nips.
Oh my goodness, dude. I'm not showing the other one as well. He's got Sideshow's stream up as well. Absolute clowns. Absolute clowns. Chat, what's TMV doing for... I'm actually speechless. Ploop with the prime, thank you so much. Potato_feet. Somehow Potato Feet is probably more of a normal person than Sideshow and TMV. The Twitch name Potato Feet. TMV is eating edible glue used in cakes. Oh, but that can't be bad, right? If anything, if it's used in cakes, it must be pretty nice. No?
Econ rating is a measure of
that makes the other one look a little bit normal, to be honest, when he's barring himself up.
Zekken, of course, only dying 7 times, getting 20 kills. He's obviously going to do well here.
I think what's actually most interesting is the
Apparently
fact
it's
that
nasty.
Marga and Happyway, their numbers are actually very high, despite not being able to get a ton of kills. That's because SEN were constantly putting them on the eco.
Not
So they
Essence
weren't
with the
actually
prime. Thank you with the 6
spending
months,
a
dude.
ton
Thank
of
you,
money
thank you.
throughout the half. It was just complete control by SEN. You look at the timeline. XLG, they're just
they did
getting
apathies as
one
well with the
round
prime.
win
Thank you
every
so much,
couple,
dude. Thank you,
then
thank you.
broken economy again.
He's eating edible glue. One's buttering
We're gonna check
himself
in
up, and the other's eating
with
edible
XLG,
glue.
who have been called upon by
Sure.
the whole region to stand in the way of this Sentinel's Juggernaut that so far has picked and been picked by only Chinese rosters. And every single time, Senna
Turn
had
up
to
the
adjust
commentators.
coming into a series. Slow
I
starts
turned
for
it
the
down
BLG
as
and
soon as they
Wargames.
started
This one,
talking
though, looks
about...
like Senna focused on their own game. Let's see if Raj
I don't know. I heard something
Show
about
some of
nips,
his
man, so I
mastery.
just lowered the sound. I can't even remember the pistol, man. I've just seen Sideshow with butter all over his head, and I can't even remember who won the pistol. It must have been Sentinels.
Wanting to ensure that no one from Sentinels is getting too active, that they're not trying to throw an early
Came here
haymaker
to
at
escape the
them.
buttered egg, bro. I need to erase it from my brain. I can't think properly. Okay, 1-0.
Break another potential trip in
neither.
market that's also not there. It's just a cam watching.
Second raid boss, yeah.
But I like this early round activity for XLG just trying to take this Sentinel util
Oh
off
yeah,
the map.
they did the fight over towards here and got the trades out.
Opposite side of
Yeah,
the
I'm
map.
back.
Anyway, he's in the B site while the team is trying to
He doesn't
execute onto
know.
A.
I don't know if Celsius is aware. Oh, he's not!
Yeah, and they can go
Happyway's
back
able to
on
get
this
the jump
one.
on him now. Quick pivot back, as you would expect. This guy,
Okay, Sheila
he's been the
have
star
a
so
good
far for
chance.
XLG. Previously,
Sheila have a good
considered a
chance
brilliant
because they
but
should be winning this
often
pistol.
overlooked player
Raga
in
should
Raga's
know that they're
shadow.
going to react over towards middle, so he
Happyway's
shouldn't be
really
peeking
taken
this, he
to
should
the
just be
stage.
lurking.
And now it's
Nice,
actually
okay, I like that a lot
expecting
from
this
him.
lurk position. Trip is going to have to be broken by Narrate. He's aware that he has some opportunities to take tools against players as the spike goes down. Planted for B main on the stairs.
Wait, they're playing good.
Zekken hoping an opportunity might present itself. But XLG disciplined in this
Let's
post.
see what Bang's Omen's flash is like. It should be Omen flash for Omen flash. Maybe my Omen should have gone a little bit closer, but it's okay.
Aftershock already getting drawn out now. Relay bolt throw on the side attack. Happyway, the one who set things up. But all of a sudden, Sentinel's back in with numbers.
Omen
Did he
flash.
try to hold it down? Has 2 flashes to work with, and Raga tucked to his left. Surely you can do something with this, but instead,
guys.
Narrate just ruins him. John taken down through the smoke. But
Does he think that was the diffuser?
Ooh,
Ooh, beast, man, beast. Okay, they're still in it. Nice little 1v3. Dude, I really needed Omen to be on plant default here, so you can Omen flash reactively for whichever way they go. Like, if you got Omen flash, you should always be in this corner. It's so good for it.
Back in from Boba. Midi caught awkwardly.
Damn, nice round from him, man. Really good.
With a bayonet.
Desperately needed.
Yeah, he bailed his team out.
Pick up for XLG. There are some smiles too.
Okay, 4 eco. Because let chat, think how good an Omen flash is here. Right, they go out, you can duel over towards like all the sides. Don't get hit by your own Omen flash, but it hits all the positions that you want with the Omen flash. Like that guy needed to try to get this well. There's a nice try from Sentinels here. The Omen flash is nice though.
Awful good fertilizer out there in LA.
That was a wave of utility, a nice trap setup from Sen, but simply not the weaponry to capitalize off of that effort. Zelsis all alone and with little to no hope at this point. XLG do a great job absorbing those swings. Even stunned up, dealing
Raid the
with
trap play. Yeah, it was a
Zekken,
good go for
sliding
it.
his way in there, creating space.
Okay, 1-1 on the pistols, and Gilai gonna have a really good bonus into this one.
Damage to midi. This is exactly what XLG need to get back into this half. They know they're right back in the mix.
Well, Zelsis trying to get busy.
Trying to get paid, trying to get a little extra cash from the bundle.
Listen, it's about just maximizing
Oh,
your
yeah.
cut per second out there on this
Oh
stage.
yeah, he was min-maxing the classic 1v5 for sure. Respect.
Reloading.
So Sentinels trying to go for the gambit in the B main here, but the fault line is not really enough to give them the edge.
Flawless now giving XLG prime opportunity.
Don't look.
Avert your eyes, Cuban, if you're squeamish.
Look away.
Eyes up.
Prime opportunity here for a bonus round pickup from XLG.
Yeah, it's a really good,
This
it's a
buy is
really good
pretty
bonus
solid
buy from them,
them.
and they want to go fast over towards A, at least A default. Recon gets shot.
However,
What's the
Royal
reaction
wants
to this?
Slow down.
Don't
But for how long?
shot. Nice.
Sees what he needs to at that shoulder peak. Fault line
Damn.
comes in and Raga tries
Ah.
to soar into the side, but Narrate clips his wings.
What a sick off angle from Narrate.
Yeah, I mean it was nicely done from Narrate, but I kind of actually really like this from Gilai.
Bang was
If
hoping to set up
if
a
he
crossfire with
pathed a
him, it's
little
still
better here,
possibility.
this is like really nice.
That's where Happy Way is always a threat. I think Zelsis has learned his lesson about leaving that B site early.
He just throws down.
Like for a
and
bonus,
trips
I thought
straight
this was
up
kind of
in
nice, to be
main,
honest.
Which are pretty easy to break now. You don't have to commit a paint shells or aftershock like you did on the very old version of Sunset. That's going to be taken out by a Happy Way, and now Zelsis has to fear a little bit, though that cam is going to cover the full cross. The one he's got thrown up in market is XLG, taking their time, peeling away from A, working into mid.
Zekken likely going to be in a 1vx scenario in a moment.
Cam broken. Happy Way working his way into B.
I like that idea. Let himself be pinged, but the timing doesn't quite line up. Zelsis realizes, yes, yep, Happy Way is here, as always.
Dude, what a weird
Able to
round.
get the better of him. Winning that individual fight out is huge.
Yeah.
And this would be a pretty strong conversion on the buy round for Sentinels getting back into this half. Beaver's brought down.
Okay,
Four
but this
rifles
is the
carried into
round. This is the
16.
round, and
That's
I mean it's a
clean
Chinese
stuff.
team,
Second
so they
mid, a
could
nice
go for the
rotate there
attack
to
op,
pick up the double
but
face with
I don't think they
Zelsis
will.
backside with the monsters. They might have to wait. This high impact kill. The angle that Nere chooses to take there is so unexpected, unorthodox. And because Rarga is running forward on the Neon, no one has an opportunity to trade that at all. Love the way he plays that. Full buy from XLG. Economy on the line. They are maxed out. They've got all those heavy armors, everything that they need.
what?
Well, that recon bolt not exactly having the intended effect.
Pretty similar open for the Chinese side, leaving Happy Way over towards B main.
Skate park clear.
I love to double back and supply some pressure mid. This time
Skate
they're
park
inserting
clear is
Joker
crazy.
into elbow, but it looks like Sentinels want to go for the re-clear. The Prowler does connect, but they don't want to over-push this.
This mid pivot for Sentinels is probably expected, but maybe a little earlier than otherwise. Didn't think it would come.
Look at how much util they just threw at Coconut to get him out of there. Aftershock, multiple Prowlers.
Raga spotted down early. Relay bolt thrown to at least give Zekken a safe
Oh,
retreat.
this is nice though.
Narrate here.
Wait, this was actually
Might
nice.
have an opportunity.
Most teams don't do this
Raga's
enough.
pushing in on me. He's so deep, and Narrate's having to deal with him.
This is
Got
a shame.
stunned up briefly
This
by
was
the
actually kind of
relay bolt.
nice. The fake over towards market
Really
pressure into the hit over
Decoy
towards
on
middle.
XLG with that pick off on the Neon. Beaver very patient on this line, but Zelsis doesn't give him enough
Too
leg
patient.
to
I
make
think he
these
should have had a
solid.
kill ages ago.
Remember,
He's trying to get more.
He's in the A side, creeping up on the Prancer. What
Rough round from
timing!
Diva here.
Sentinel's looking dynamic here. 2 rounds in a row after a shaky
Okay, I
start
kind
in
of
the
liked.
second half.
I liked the
XLG
macro
just
play. I
getting
thought this was cool, to be
far
honest. The
too
little
disconnected
fake
from
over
each other.
towards here was very nice. I didn't see what happened over
Rarga
towards B
running
main. I
all
guess
the
they
way
cleared it
up
early with the
through
camera.
mid. Narrate is coming up in these rounds. I was talking about in the press conference the other day that back when Sentinels had
MXN,
that
thank you so much.
tragic
Thank you for
showing
doing
at
that, bro.
Bangkok
Appreciate the prime.
early in
Thank
the
you so much.
year. He was so focused on his individual play. And it makes sense. When he was in EU, he was much more of a star.
He's talking to the guys on A main.
Sen, realizing his time has gone on, he just needs to support everyone else. But he still picks his moments. He still wants to find the
Yeah, I mean,
moments to step up.
he's talking about these two, right? Because I'm seeing my Neon be here, and these two are still chilling.
A bit harder. It's going to be a fast hit over towards the A side of the map, though. Wide Zekken already on the line. Ryger chunked down to 10. Jordan's able to finish the job. The classic 1-2 punch.
Yeah, Outlaw can pretty much one-shot everyone.
Always in an awkward spot.
Especially everyone that's alive now.
All of XLG now just stuck in elbow. The entire Sentinels team here.
22 to 9.
You can always expect Zekken to have the Outlaw on hand.
Nice little high-low.
These rounds where the opposing team has a depleted economy.
Happyway can only do this for so long. He still needs to help Midi get into the site. There is none of that breach util for the attackers to play off of, and only 2 stingers. And a team on defense that is respecting them enough to hold these lines, not good chasing kills.
Over on this map? No, the server's so fine on this map.
Hoping that someone may overextend.
There's nothing wrong with their
Chantel,
comp, it's just
but
like
it's
traditional.
simply not going to be the case. The hope for XLG is going to be this next round, the full buy, where they have both initiator ultimates to work with. However, it's likely going to be the exact same case for SEN. Midi dealt with Happyway. Now spotted out, and it's only a matter of time for him. John would love to get involved, and that's going to get him the rolling thunder.
They got
Next round, looking to be explosive.
we got ults. Breach ult, Fatal, Breach ult, Solo.
This, of course, is XLG's map pick.
Oh.
It's a map that we don't really see anything of them prior, and have just started to see Sentinels pick this map themselves after banning it in their first game in Toronto.
That was a ridiculous first kill from John.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy first kill from John.
And caught a headshot on Raga. That is tough.
Okay, last row go at it.
Happened in this game. Happened there on the attack side, and Raga was walking up for a swing in that same position. Timeout called here by XLG. You can see some frustration starting to bubble forth from Havoya. Realizing that, yes, Lotus is a great map for XLG. It's one that SEN are happy to pick into them.
Why does no one play KO Gecko anymore? Honestly, there's a chance Heretics play it, but I guess we won't know until stage 2 now. Because they like to use the KO Neon.
Really touching on one of the criticisms that has been levied against XLG during this run, is that they're too reliant on Raga and Happyway. And of course, the team were displaying.
These first seeds don't look like they had extra time. That's my worry at the moment. They're playing it way too safe.
Think about the volatility of Billy Wolves, their play styles.
I thought everyone would understand, like,
is a case of Happyway and Raga.
in my opinion, what you should be doing to kind of get top 4 in this event easy is one of those teams to just come up with stuff that people aren't used to playing against that has good thought process. Like, I think the best example is Gen G Sunset. If people did that on more maps, you have that Deadlock, Viper kind of pressure, and like the good thought through it, you would win the map if you do it first time. And then obviously if you do that as the first seed and you have the demos, like, you would beat all these teams. They're all playing it like really safe. You know when teams talk about like playing not to lose, like that's what I think they're doing with the complex, to be honest. They're like, oh, this works, this is safe. You should just be going crazy with it. And the fact that Gen G is more willing to do risks than anyone else puts them in a really good spot. Maybe the other two.
Over on the B
maybe
side,
RRQ, maybe
just to make it seem like there could be a lurk coming in. Happyway has certainly been happy to do that on his lonesome, but the bulk of the players are working towards a bang. Oh my god, barely caught twice on the run. Raga's hungry.
A nice hit though.
Happyway actually pushed up the left side at the same time. So
tried to do the smoke dodge. Yeah, that's a good example though as well, right there. Like kind of adapting on the fly. It's like stuff that they've seen already. Recon.
This is exactly what they needed. They have to worry about Link right now. There's no smoke to cover it up, and Narrate is just happy to get.
Do you think Fnatic will play crazy or they'll play safe? I think they'll play kind of crazy.
Trying to back away now. Rolling Thunder comes through from the attack.
I got faith the Boaster will come up with some stuff.
Timing is everything though. Rolling Thunder go down. They're using all of it as well. Nightfall expended now by Sentinels.
big
Narrate
line.
not quite ready to get up on this line. Good damage though through the wall, and Zelsus has come to the rescue. Now, the Fate can keep moving. Raga is here in halls alongside
Teva
Viva.
clears back. They
Try
kind of
and
know
keep
the
eyes on
double.
this. With that fast,
definitely
they
know
make
the
it
double
tough.
now with that
Raga
recon.
down to 8. These next couple
Great
of shots
shot.
critical for the duelist. They do get Zekken.
Player standing.
Viva. 1v2, Zelsus on the line. Viva down to 20, and that'll do
Close.
it. They've done enough, Sentinels.
Ooh,
get
very
themselves
nice,
to that
man. Very,
point.
very nice.
XLG just could not extract enough value out of the Rolling Thunder and the Hunter's Fury combo.
And so it's
But
too
they
good this map.
sent out towards Link. Even stunned up. Nere was launched into the air. I thought spotted, but spam never came through. Coconut just fully isolated, wrapped by the flanking Zelsis, encircled, dealt with. And then trading things out in the 3v2 are SEN. They are too clean on this map. It was a bold choice for XLG to take them here. Historically, a home
okay,
for
6
Sentinels
chances.
since the John Cutie and
6
Zelsis
chances,
iteration
and
of
they
this
use the
team
ults into that
began.
round.
And they are as good as ever. This would require a monumental comeback, but Zekken is too good right now.
In a market though, at least XLG have been able to set up a staging ground. This will leave Zelsus looking a little bit stranded, but do they check this corner? Absolutely not! A freebie for Zelsus. There is Raga deals with him, and it's
Dude, Zekken went crazy this game. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
There's not much in the game.
I mean, G-Light picked their best map.
Above China's #1.
Zekken just dropping a